Hello everybody, it's Will. Welcome to my channel. If you stumble upon my channel, this channel is all about app development, about game development, about incorporation of artificial intelligence, AR, VR, all the fun stuff. And you're watching a series of video about introduction of iOS developments. And we previously already discussed you guys about the form, and I already introduced you guys a different little widget, the toggle, the image slider, and I even introduced you guys to the navigation link. And that's a little habit of me. I don't want to spend a few hours to introduce you guys to some application of a navigation link, but rather I'd like to incorporate all that into a bigger mini project that can contain a lot of little widgets, so you can practice along the way. Okay, and don't forget, you can not only create just the content view, create everything inside the content view. From until this moment in this intro tutorial, I created everything inside the content view. Okay, but there's another way of doing it, which means that you can create multiple views that can achieve different functionality, and you can definitely create a view other than content view. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to do that, and I'm going to show you guys a really important concept called frame, and what you can actually do with the frame. Okay, so let's create a new file, and of course you can just select Swift UI view, because technically it's just a view, and form demo is definitely already not form demo, but let's just use that, and you can name it whatever that you want. I'm going to say this will be a frame view, frame, let's just use frame demo view. Okay, and then you can create it, and as you guys can see, we got struct. It's just basically the same structure. Import Swift UI, get a struct, and we got a preview here. And remember, the preview is the name of content view, which is the same name of this specific Swift file. If you go to here, frame demo view, we got the frame demo view, and exactly the same name. Okay, so as we can see, you got a separate preview at the right side, and what you can do is to change things here, and it won't affect the content view, the original view here. So you can basically create multiple views and connect them using say navigation, like the hyperlink inside of the app, and you can connect all of them together, and that's a topic for another video. Let's just create this and demonstrate the frame. Okay, so remember, we previously, most of the time, we just use the original text or original image. We don't actually adding a lot of frame restriction to it, and sometimes I use image and use resizable and just let the layout do its work. But you can actually specify the frame and use the frame as a sort of a background, and you can change it, you can move it, and we will talk about that. So for example, you can add gestures to interact with the background frame. You can do that, but let me just use a frame as an example. Okay, so we got a text. Okay, and if you want to add more thing, you can do something like this. So let's embed that in a container. So control click text and embed that in a horizontal stack or V stack. It doesn't really matter. Maybe just a horizontal stack. Let's use the horizontal stack. So we got horizontal stack, so left and right horizontal stack, and then you can safely add frame to this stack. So you can say you can do it this way or this way. It doesn't really matter as long as you add a modifier frame. And we got width, height, alignment. We got let me use this one with much more options that we can play around with. We got minimum width, maximum width. We got ideal heights, maximum height. Yeah, all sort of that. That's pretty good. So I'm going to add a minimum width. Minimum width, of course, you can shrink that to 0, and of course you can get a max width. So you float, and you can even got the infinity, which means that you can extend to whatever your physical device that have the screen have a certain real estate. So if you got iPad, you got really wide width and wide screen, you are going to take everything, because the frame essentially is just like a box, like a container, and the container can be water that can flow everywhere. That's how I imagine things. And of course you can then minimum heights. Of course they'll be just 0, and max height will be dot. Let's get infinity, so I can take as much space as possible, so you guys can see what's the real estate. We got this view here. Okay, we got the body, right? And you can't see how much space does the body extend. Does the body have? So let's use this frame and check this out. And of course, right now you can't see anything, and that's normal because you haven't add any color to it. So you would just get the same color as the background body. So I'm going to change the background color, and hopefully I can change the color to a certain thing. So let's use the red just to make it much more straight. Yeah, it's not straightforward. It's not a bigger contrast. That's the little habit of me. You don't have to be perfect designed color palette at the beginning of your program, but rather I like a big contrast, so you can know the logic behind it, you know the boundary, and then you can add more to it. So and of course you can change it. Okay, so instead of infinity, you can dot. Let me look at the or the suggestion. Infinity greatest finite magnitude, yeah, something like that. It doesn't seem to have any difference. So maybe I just adding the CG, maybe just 10. Okay, so yeah, so as you guys can see, we got width that can constrain to the 10, and everything inside of his edge stack will be just a hello world, and it will just go vertically rather than horizontally, because we don't have the enough width to do that. So 100, yeah, we got something like this, and let's just turn this maybe just to turn this iPhone 15 Pro to a iPad, so you guys can see the difference. Okay, so if we have an iPad and it's loading the preview, don't worry about that, because as long as you got this split view UI, you can quickly render that without actually need to download a whole simulator for iPad and simulate that. So it save you a little bit of time. Okay, after a few seconds, we got this fully rendered iPad. It's really big, so it's sort of can't be shown here, so I have to shrink it down. Okay, I'm going to shrink it down so you guys can see a really wide iPad. It's 12.9 inches, and I still got max width of 100, and you guys can see it's really small. Well, that's the beauty of using the relative constraint rather than a certain magic number that you give inside of here, unless you like a really strict conformed uniform design that across the platform. You really want a certain size across all the platform. You can do that, but my recommendation is just to use dot infinity, so you guys can see that it can stretch to the full size of an iPad. That's brilliant. Okay, yeah, that's of course you can change the height, and let's turn back to iPhone 15 Pro Max. I can't get the Max version, and Pro Max, and Yeah, so you can get the newer rendered image, and let's just make it bigger and make it smaller so I get more space for my code. Yeah, that's the beauty of frame. And we got separate, we all achieve that at a separate view. And once you finish with the frame, you can add some of the adjustment to it. Just a little thing that you might take special attention to is the corner radius. If you look at the frame at the right side, it's almost cover every part of the corner here. But that does not necessarily mean that it is the case when you adding a little bit of change. Okay, so I think I can get a radius, corner radius. If you add any of the corner radius, you can see you got the top bar and the bottom bar area got a little bit of change in color. That is because if you're adding the corner radius, there is a little bit incompatibility problem here. Adding corner radius, if you got it here, in order to show it, you have to get the edges that can show the corner radius. If you go to the top or bottom here, you will conflict with the iPhone's hardware or corner, and that can't be shown. So let me just do something crazy. So for example, 50. Okay, this would be a really great radius. As you guys can see, this can be perfectly shown here, but not here. Okay, because that will conflict with the edges here. So that is the thing that is you need to pay special attention to. If you add a radius, you might not get the full screen effect. Okay, even though you got infinity, we sometimes can't get that effect. Okay, and here is another tip for you. If you already got this, say the frame demo view, you can reference view at a different view. That's a really handful technique that I use a lot. So if you look at here, if you want to preview, you just call this frame demo view. So basically the frame demo view just a struct. You can call that at the preview, and of course you can go back here. So this will be a content view.swift, and yeah, right now we got a navigation view right here. But inside the navigation view, we got a form, and at the form we got a different section. And what about, I'd like to add another section. Oh yeah, let me just add another view. Yeah, let's do something like this. So I already got a navigation view here. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So yeah, don't worry, I will adjust that later. So let's just try this out and see what will happen. Frame demo view. If I just call this view at the beginning of the navigation view, you guys can see this sort of just make the whole navigation view shrink it down, and you have to scroll it down. And we got a frame demo view at the top here. And remember, the frame demo view got the maximum width as well as the height to infinity, so it should take the whole space, but it does not do that. It just to take up approximately half of the places here. What about I call that multiple times? Yeah, so I copy here and paste it here. So I got 2 frame demo view. As you guys can see, it takes approximately 1/3 of the area. So 2 add together will take up 2 2/3 of the area. Okay, and our navigation view just got to shrink it down like this. Yeah, because you haven't specified the specific portion. So it would just take a rule of thumb and divide it evenly. And can I add it here? So for example, can I add inside of a certain section? Okay, we got a section, we got a started here, started section, and ended section here. Can I add a section and then put the demo view here? Can I do that? And in order for you guys to see it more clearly, let me just comment the first frame demo view out. Yeah, as you guys can see, you can actually do that. Yeah, so it's really helpful, especially if you want to plug in a certain area that you already made. You got another functionality that all written out. You want to plug in, you can do that. And we achieve that by creating a separate file that demonstrates the frame for you guys, and go back to the content view and squeeze in a certain section and plug in the frame demo view. And because the frame demo view got the self-adjusted width and height, so if you just get a really small area and you got really small places to fill the red, and let me just adjust that a little bit so you guys can see the difference. So let me just comment out the corner radius, okay, or just delete the corner radius. We'll just fill the whole string, okay. And even though the frame demo view at here, if you just leave nothing contained it, which just leave it here, you will just be an edge stack, and edge stacks got fill the whole string. And let's go back to content view. It will just fill a part of the section with no radius, and of course you got the same padding as this list above. Okay, so that's another quick demonstration of how versatile Swift UI is. You can make multiple files and put different view inside of different view, even inside the views items, components, a certain section, and you can still do that. It's really versatile. And let me show you guys how versatile it is. Remember, we got a scroll view here. Okay, we got a scroll view and in a list. Can I put it here? And let's wait and see. We can. I can put inside of the we can't do that because it's a list view. We already had that. Can I put it say here? We got a navigation link, right? And double click at the end of it, paste it. Yes, we can. And what about this edge stack? And let me put just below this edge stack and wait over here. Yes, we can. Yeah, that's really versatile if you like to adding a frame and like the background or certain area that you like to add to your original design. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all about this video. And yeah, don't forget to support me, to support this channel. If you think this channel is helpful for you, please give me a thumb up, and I really need subscription right now. So please click that subscribe button. And I update a video every day, and I cover a lot of areas of programming, so you won't get disappointed, I promise you. And thanks again, and I will see you at tomorrow's video. Bye.